This could be interesting. All right, that's working. Let's see about live on Facebook. Looks like that's working too. Just something's wrong with the camera. That's not a big deal, as long as I can screen share. Okay. Okay, let's see. This might work out all right. Okay. All right, live streaming's happening. May as well go into screen share. Okay, here we go. The first thing that I plan to share today were a couple of stories that were examples. Actually, they were part of a mini course, and I did a little bit of an adjustment on them to get them in line with the one rule. And so here they are today. The first one is the family vacation and the one rule. Gabby, remember I told you about that new program I'm learning about, the one rule, where we can solve things as a family so that each of us gets to feel good? Yeah? Well, I've checked with your father and your brother and sister, but I haven't had time to check with you. I'd like to decide about our family vacation this summer. We need to plan now if we want to do some of the things we've been thinking of. I need to get a little water. Mom, I haven't had time to tell you, but I don't want to take a vacation with the family. I want to stay in town with my friends. Wow, that's a surprise. I think you and I and your dad need to meet. We can't decide about our family vacation until we figure this out. I really want you to come, but we'll come to some decision that we all like. I'll ask your brother and sister if it matters to them to be part of this discussion, since this is a family issue. When is a good time for you to meet with us? Sounds like everyone will be ganging up on me. I'm sorry if it sounds like that, but we're using the one rule now, coming to agreement. No decisions are made unless everyone involved agrees to them, really, truly agrees, because they like the idea. That includes you. If you don't like an idea, you just say no, and that idea can't be used. So, is this evening after dinner good for you? I guess it's okay. Great. I'll tell the others about the change of plans. Let's get started. We were going to discuss where and when we're taking our family vacation this summer, but now we have to reach an agreement that everyone likes about Gabby going or not. Remember, we're using the one rule. So the rule is we find a solution that everyone involved likes and can agree to. So any idea that someone involved doesn't like can't be used. My idea is that I get to stay home during family vacation. No, Gabby. We already know that Gabby doesn't like the idea of having to go on the family vacation, and Crystal and I don't like the idea of her not going with us. So we can't use those ideas. I want to stay with my girlfriend, Jean. Let's all just stay home. Let's stay home and do things here together. Gabby can invite a friend or two to come along. We could just stay here this vacation. We never do that. It might be interesting. If we do that, we can save our vacation money and go somewhere really great next year. This is sounding better and better. There's lots to do around here that we never get to or never take time to see. We could take drives around here. We could visit friends we hardly ever get to see. We could invite people for dinner and barbecues. So, are we agreed? We stay? Yes, yes, yes. Sounds good. What a surprise ending. Let's set up a special savings account for next year's extravagant vacation. Let's get travel brochures and start dreaming and planning. Let's go to a travel agent and see everything that tourists like to do here. You want to do that, Gabby? Now you could have friends along if you want to go on our outings. Sure, Mom, that sounds like fun. I might not want to go on all of them, though. No problem. I want Gabby to go with us. What if you invite a friend of your own, Crystal, when Gabby doesn't want to go? Who can I ask? Well, let's make a list of children you might like to ask. Okay. Who's going to go to a travel agent to get brochures for our next vacation and of local things for this vacation? I'll go, Mom, since it's because of me that you're not going away this vacation. Great. Terry, you had the idea about the savings account. Sure, I'll take care of that tomorrow. Was there anything else? What about my list of friends? Right, Crystal. You and I can do that. We also have to have our first dreaming session about next year's vacation and our first planning session for this vacation. I'll have all the brochures here by the weekend. Maybe we could do that then. Does sometime this weekend work for everyone? Does anyone have plans yet? No plans. That's a good start. Let's make a Saturday brunch and have our first dreaming and planning session. Write it on the calendar before anyone makes any other plans. This was fun, Mom. I thought it was going to be awful. I'm happy the way everything is working out too, Gabby. It's great that you said what you needed. It's great that we figured things out so that we all get to have a good time, thanks to the one rule. Okay, at our dreaming and planning family brunch, we decided to meet today and see how this plan is working for all of us. I forgot to bring up the need for a follow-up meeting at our first meeting, so I'll go first. Everything is going well for me. Anyone else? Anyone having second thoughts? What are second thoughts, Mom? She means if you don't like our idea about having our family vacation here this year. Second thoughts means that you thought that an idea was a good idea, but now you are thinking a different thought, a second thought about it, that maybe it's not a good idea. Oh, I like the idea. I've been making new friends since I asked some of the kids at school about going on trips around here. Lots of kids want to be able to go. Well, I'm sure we can work that out somehow. We just have to use the one rule. Yes, we just have to find our agreement. Anyone else? No? Well, let's schedule another dreaming and planning meeting. What about 2 weeks from Saturday? Another family brunch? What date is that? The 17th? Oh yeah, I'll be available. Sounds good. Max, will you write it on the calendar? Sure, Mom. We're all here. Is it okay with everyone to have a short meeting? Good. So what's up, Max? Well, I thought after dinner would be a good time for us all to meet. Something came up today that we need to agree on. I'm being offered a scholarship to soccer camp. It's happening right during our vacation. I want to accept, but I need it to be okay with all of you. Maybe there's something I'm not thinking of. Is it going to be near here? Yeah, but I have to stay on the college campus where it's being held for the whole week. I don't have a problem with this. Anyway, family vacation is for 2 weeks. You can still spend 1 week with us. Does anyone else have a problem with this? For sure you have to do this, Max. Thanks, Gabby. Thanks, everyone. I'll tell them tomorrow that I can go. Now, in only moments, something that could have caused a lot of trouble and bad feelings in the family. You have to be part of the vacation. I'm going and I don't care what you say. Is solved to everyone's satisfaction. Peace and harmony reign, thanks to the one rule. And so here's the second story example that was for that mini course. And adapted for the one rule. Grandmother, grandson, and the one rule. This is a grandmother whose grandson lives with her. Tony, I'm learning something called the one rule. It's a way we can solve our problems and we both get to feel good. I'm thinking of talking about homework. How does that sound to you? Now, I just want to let you know, this is an aside, an author aside, that I'm not a fan or advocate of homework in particular. I am a fan and advocate of a child spending their lifetime, doing what feels best to them in the moment. But I did write this story. I know that homework is an issue with many people in many families. And there's no doubt reasons for this. Okay. I don't want to talk about homework. Oh, I forgot to tell you, we won't decide to do anything unless I like it and you like it. That's the rule. We have to agree on a solution. What do you think about that? You mean I won't have to do my homework if I don't want to? I don't know about that. We'll have to come up with ideas about it, but only the ideas that you like and I like are we going to try to do. If I don't like it, we won't use that idea. If you don't like it, we won't use that idea. What do you think? Well, I guess we could try. Should we try right now? I want to go out and play right now. Shall we try after you come back? Sure. See, that's how the one rule works. We used the one rule and came to an agreement about when we are going to try the one rule. Tony, I'm so glad that we're finally going to try out the one rule. I'm sure we can find decisions that we agree on. So, I'm worried that you don't seem to get your homework done. I don't need to do homework. Although it may be tempting, she does not want to get distracted and get into a discussion about this right now. Well, that may be. I've been wondering, can we think of how you could have a good time doing your homework? What if I make your favorite snacks and you get to have them while you do your homework? Or what if you do your homework and I take you to all the baseball games at the stadium? What if I have all my friends over and we do homework together and you take me and all my friends to the stadium? What about one or two friends? I like having friends over and we could do homework together. So what about the other ideas, snacks and baseball? Well, snacks are great, but I'd rather have my friends. And I'd like you to take me and a couple of my friends to baseball. It sounds like you'd feel okay about doing your homework if you had friends here to do it with you. Is that right? Yeah, doing my homework would be easy with my friends here. Let's give it a try. This is a great idea you had, Grandma. Why don't you call your friends and see if this is something they can do? If I need to speak to one of their parents, just let me know. Thanks, Grandma. Hey, Grandma, what about the baseball idea? We'll see, maybe it can still happen later. Okay, I'm going to call Robert and Jimmy. Grandma, Robert can come tomorrow, but Jimmy's mom wants to talk to you. Is she on the phone? Yeah. Okay. Hi, Martha. Did you hear the plan? Oh, yes, I'll be here. I have a home business now. It's no problem. I think it will actually solve a problem I've had of getting Tony to do his homework. Well, that's very nice of you, Martha. I'm sure sometimes they would like to go to your place. Okay, thanks for your approval. I hope you have a great evening. Bye. Okay, Tony, it's done. You can start tomorrow. Let me write this down so we don't forget. I'm going to go to Robert's to talk about our plan. First, let's plan a time to talk to make sure this is working for both of us. Oh, okay. Today is Wednesday. What about next weekend? Not the weekend coming up, but the one after that. I have a soccer game. What about after your soccer game? Sure. I'll check back with you before the weekend to make sure this is still a good time for you and to tell you if it's still a good time for me. I'll write both of these, the meeting and the checking before the meeting, on our calendar in the kitchen. Can I go now? Yes, have fun. See you later. Grandma, this is working great. I just want Brady to come too. He really wants to join us, and his parents have said it's okay. That sounds fine to me as long as you all continue to get your homework done. I'm really happy with that part. I never even have to say anything anymore. I hope your teacher is happy too. I get full points now. I should be getting A's in all my classes. I wonder if your teacher would like to hear what we did. I don't know, maybe. Well, let's meet again in 2 weeks, if that's okay with you, and see if adding Brady is a good idea. Okay, I'm sure it's going to be a good idea, but we can meet. I'm going to write to your teacher and maybe set up a meeting if she wants to learn more. I bet a lot of parents and kids could be helped by learning what we did. Okay, Grandma, I'm going to play. I'm going to go play. See you later. Okay, Tony, have fun. See you later. Grandma, yes, Tony. I want to have 3 more guys over this weekend to study for a big test. Can they each bring some snacks? I don't have time or enough food to feed that many hungry boys. I'll let them know. So is it okay? Sure, it's fine with me. This is how quickly differences can be settled now with the one rule. Quickly getting to agreement, making sure your needs are met, and helping others get their needs met. May your family and every aspect of your life be filled with peace, love, and joy. Okay, let's go here. I wanted to read these. This is one of my favorites. I've shared it fairly recently, but I feel like sharing it again. Creating your A game. I just saw a quote that captivated me. There's no plan B for your A game. It turns out to be the book title for Bo Eason's book. I'd just been thinking of writing about eliminating punishment. Punishment is kind of a plan B for parents, like what to do when your kids don't do what you want them to do in the way you want them to do it and when you want them to do it. That's supposed to be a major parent A game. Getting your kids to behave, which basically means what I said in my last sentence. Do what you want them to do, how and when. So punishment is the plan B, not ensuring success, not making success the only option, not playing your A game. Oh, what if we make success the only option? What if we also make the whole thing more realistic? What if we go for agreement? Agreement is a realistic possibility. It's been achieved repeatedly over many years of going for it. Kids seem to take to it as if they were born to do it. Are you ready to stop punishing kids right now? Are you ready? Are you willing to go for agreement instead? Agreement, which means they willingly agree to something you willingly agree to. Could you go for that and give up your plan B? You know punishment doesn't feel good, not to you, not to your kids. And I guarantee that once you've started finding agreements, You are all going to feel good. They are going to behave in ways that are agreeable to you. Your A game, success for both of you. Think about it, then do it. Surely you found agreement with someone in your life. Use that time or those times as your model. You can do this. You deserve this. So do your kids. It improves your life above and beyond what you can even imagine right now. Right now, I'm promoting, well, this was then, how to have an A game with 2-year-olds. Let's see what this one is about. Making agreement work. This is a blog post. I've been giving lots of thought, at least regular thought these days, to the one rule, even more than usual, because this weekend I'm going to be speaking on this topic. Actually, I did maybe last week or the week before. It wasn't planned out like this one. This one, I had some time to think about it and practice every day, thinking about the one rule. I get to choose whatever topic I want concerning peace in the family. And of course, the one rule is my topic of choice. Every day, I've been having different internal conversations concerning this that I love so much. Today, I've thought of it from a different point of view. I've thought of it from the point of view of someone who wants to do this, but is not familiar with how to do it, and actually has been practicing very different ways of being with the children in their life. Now that I've started writing, I realize that some of this focus has been floating in my mind in general. My experience with creating harmony with kids, which is really what this is all about, was really flow and easy. I was not a punishing parent. It was not in me to do. That is not logical because my parents were definitely into punishing. I guess it was my bonding with Montessori, and by that I mean my particular bonding with Montessori. I can't speak for other Montessori trained people. To a certain extent, the empowerment of the best that is in each child is built into the Montessori method. Discovering and exploring this helped me in creating my own trainings. The way I bonded with Montessori, deeply appreciating the value of childhood and the importance of the child's work, and the importance of that work in helping create our world, seemed to ensure that I did not punish my children. I have to tell you, though, that there was a fairly short period, but it probably went on for a few years. Let's see, maybe a year, 2 at the most, okay? No, not even 2 years. When, if my children wouldn't do what I wanted them to, I would yell at them. To me, that seems like punishment, even though it wasn't like go to your room or spanking or anything, or taking away toys or anything like that, but it still was hurtful. Okay. But it didn't really go on that long. And all the years before and after were good. So I never had to transition from that to harmony. I did have to it wasn't a transition. It was like a cold turkey. It was like from one moment to the next. I had to do that because I didn't like how that particular behavior was affecting my children. So I promised never to do that again. And I didn't. Moved on from there. Okay. So I never had to transition from that punishing to harmony, except for that one strong transition. I had a lot to learn, but not that. I needed more water. I guess if your desire to find or develop or increase the harmony you have with your kids, if that desire is strong, that will help you transition out of punishing. Oh, wow, how cool. Batool is here. I'm going to stop my screen share. Hi, Batool.
Hi, Miss Karen. How are you?
I'm fine. Well, today, for some reason, the camera is not working. So anyway, but that's just the way it is. So how are you?
I'm fine. I just got some time, so I thought that I'll join the show. Sorry, I was doing some assignments, so got a little bit late. Forgot to set the alarm for the show. I wanted to join the show today, but I got late. Just now I saw the time and I quickly joined.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad you came on.
I came to know about you told me about the acting thing. I was very happy to hear that they performed on that, presented the skits and all. So did you get any video or something for that to share with us?
I know that a video was made. I will have to find out if about it. I haven't.
Oh, okay.
The one thing Leslie said, because Leslie was in charge of all this, she said she was going to see about putting it up on the Universal Peace Federation Las Vegas Facebook page.
Wow,
So
that would be great.
I might be able to get it also.
Nice.
Yeah.
So what's the show about today?
It was I was giving story examples. I did story examples of using the one rule in different situations. And right when you got on, I was going over one of my favorite blog posts, which is that there's no plan B for your A game. There's a sports person, and he wrote this book, and that was the title, and that was something he learned from his mother, that to go for winning, that's your A game, and you don't have a plan B for it because you don't intend not to win. So I was using it in this blog post I was using that in terms of looking at punishment is a plan B. And so that parents are really kind of set up to not succeed in having things go well with their children. And that nobody likes punishment, so why not get rid of it and use the one rule, which does not include punishment. So I had just finished that, and I was just starting another, and then I saw you. So I stopped the screen sharing and came in to talk with you.
Great. I'm happy to hear this. Any other progress in the one rule? We have any other progress in this case?
Yes, actually, there's a number of things that have come up just in the past day or so. Let's see. Well, one of them is that I am going to be looking specifically for people that want to be what I call the miracle workers, because and that comes from a number of years ago. Someone gave me that title because the work I was doing with autistic students, it seemed like I was working miracles. And so they called me the miracle worker of education and parenting. And then here, I gave a training at a Montessori school, and the next day I came back because something came up during the training. This one of the teachers who was really attracted to this approach, even though it wasn't, at the time, it wasn't the one rule. I didn't have the one rule yet. It was the power of respect. Anyway, she was telling me about this problem that she'd had with some of the students for all the years that I think they'd been in her class for 3 years. And so I said I would come the next day and do a session with these 3 girls. And within a few minutes, they had, the problem was, one of the girls knew the problem, but she never talked about it. But it came out and it got solved. And the teacher said, this really is a miracle. So what I'm looking for, one of the things that I've thought of it before, but, and I've set up on my website a way to have this happen. And I also have a Facebook group for this. And that is people that want to learn how to do these things, to do the one rule. And it could be people that want to learn some of the power of respect things too, because in the power in the power of respect, there were 108 tools, skills, and strategies. So the thing is, the one rule is all you really need, but these other things are helpful. in carrying out the one rule. Anyway, so what my focus now, because I just I finished kind of, I guess you could call it my signature course on the one rule. And I have one more step I'm going to be doing with that, but I can do it at the same time that I'm doing this other thing, which is to connect with, well, I know what happened. What brought this back so strongly for me was I was looking at Facebook last night, and there was someone who was writing something about parenting, some work she did, and so I went to check it out, and she's putting together something for parents, non-coercive parenting, building relationships. And I was thinking, but she was feeling kind of awkward about doing this. So I put a post to her to keep doing this, that people need, that it is possible. I told her I'm a pioneer in this, and it is possible to build a loving relationship with your children that lasts a lifetime. Because she, I mean, she's her children are younger, my children are grown with their own children, so I know what I'm talking about. And also people have learned from me and done it themselves. So anyway, so after that, I was thinking of connecting with people that are already doing things, and seeing about having them use the one rule, add it into what they do, like maybe be an affiliate, have it be another income stream for them. But it just, like some of them may not want to anyway, this thinking is new, and I'm going to be acting on it. I haven't, but it's just come out since last night, or yeah, it was in my last night in my meditation that this got put together. And then this morning, when I was going to do my morning meditation, before I sat to do it, I could not remember what it was that had come to me that seemed really important. This thing of finding miracle workers. That is, finding people that want to be miracle workers. I couldn't remember it, but after a couple of minutes of sitting, all of a sudden it flooded back into me again, and I knew what it was. And so this is all very new, but it's not new too. I mean, it's been an idea for a long time, but it hasn't been anything that I've taken action on. So that's what's going to change.
It's very nice. And your ideas and stories, I believe, are more motivating towards this one rule. Because children actually will understand through your stories, their plays, their message, basically. They enjoy listening.
Even
And they might even,
parents.
yes, even parents, and they might be able to, reinforce with the kids again, trying to tell them again, you remember what happened with that person. Storytelling is a very good way. Similarly, I believe a role play activity also will help them in classroom if teachers start implementing role play activities in their whatever task they are teaching along with that, so that they can listen to the kids and practically perform also some things which students can watch and observe, and they might realize, because sometimes while listening you don't know how harmful that thing can be, but when you observe with your eyes and then you realize by actions also, because there are slow learners also in the class, I believe.
Right.
So everyone does not get the idea in a same way. So I think
Right.
there should be storytelling plus role play activities. Both should be there. So the purpose is to deliver the message. So that will also help the kids to learn about this one rule. What do you think?
Yeah, I like it very much. Yeah, very much. I've been coming to before this idea, because see, I feel like it's I need to reach as many people as I can. That is my goal. And reaching more people by connecting with organizations or people that already have people that they're connected with, like the people I'm thinking might like to be in the miracle worker program. But before that all came about, the storytelling was very much and still
Yes,
is an
yes,
interest in me, and the role play also very very much. And that was yesterday evening. It just feels like there's these changes that every once in a while I'll go through this period when these new changes come, and so I think it's really timely that you're here and that you're bringing up the storytelling and the role playing, because I think those are some of the strongest, I agree, strongest ways of sharing this.
yes. Because when teacher, because sometimes with the when you perform something, the message is delivered to those even who have, maybe they might find some word difficult, or maybe they did not listen it to the word. But while they
Right.
see it, they will remember in a form of a story, a vision will be there, a visual basically activity will be there in front in a way. And
Right.
when students themselves will perform, they will enjoy more. And this
Yes.
will create a a good atmosphere, positive atmosphere in the class where everyone is taking part in it. So helping and supporting each other, the bond will be strong, and the relation between the teacher and the student will also develop.
Yes, I agree. All of that. Yeah.
Yes, because because the words, the stories you have written are very, very nice stories, and we have listened to it, especially the bullying ones and all. So I believe it's very much important that reinforcement should be done, because we should not stop the message. And even in schools, the teachers should keep repeating the good points, no matter what, in different ways, sometimes
Right.
practical, because it is very, very important. Like in so many negative energies are here surrounding children, even the adults these days, we hear a lot of negative things outside when we walk out from the home, from our homes. So I believe it's very important that we must keep reinforcing good and positive things around the children, so that somehow, settle in their brain and they remember, yes, there is someone to listen to us. Our teachers are listening to us, our parents are listening to us, we have good listeners, we have a relation with our teachers, we have relation with our parents. I believe this will really help them
Yes, that is good.
to give a secure atmosphere to the children, especially the little ones these days, because many incidents I'm hearing these days are not good in the news. And day by day, as the time is progressing, the technology is also, has surrounded the kids, basically ruling the kids' minds. So we
I
have to
know.
be careful. We have to be careful. We need to speak to them. We need to talk to them somehow. So I believe these stories will deliver a very good message, even to the adults as well as the children. And then when they go home, they will talk to their siblings about it. I believe the message will keep spreading. We have to.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, I haven't done this yet, but I was thinking of having um like friendly parent story time, and just, I don't know. I mean, I haven't figured out, like, should I have it at the same time on the same day? Does that matter? Um, but to share either, like, uh, to share the guardian stories, or some of, maybe a few of the other stories at a time, like make it about 15 minutes or something, um, and do it on Facebook Live.
That's a good idea. It's a very good idea.
Okay.
And it's a nice idea. And maybe parents can also share their stories
Aha.
in which, because they will speak, like, for example, at a moment when they did not know what to do and how they come out of that situation, what did they actually do? And then they will
Right.
realize actually they did one rule. They followed the one rule,
Huh.
because support is one rule. When husband says my wife supported me at that time, so it's a one rule in a way.
Right. It is. Yeah.
So with each other they were there. So I believe they will realize this, because many people, like we always say, that they're using, but they don't know they're using this one rule.
Right. Right. Yeah. Because we use it, I'm sure, daily.
Yes, and they
Whether,
don't realize this.
right.
So I believe by doing that they can actually work on it.
Yeah, because then it brings it into awareness in a different way. It gives you something, instead of just what you're doing without thinking about it. It's like it turns it into a tool that you can actually use, you know?
True.
Yeah,
Very true.
yeah.
They can actually use that. You're right.
Whereas now, without knowing that it's a thing, it's just, maybe it comes up, maybe it doesn't. But if you become aware, oh, it's this, then it's a thing and you can use that thing.
Yes.
Yeah, that's good, Batool. A good,
Yeah.
you're filled
Because
with goodness.
what, Miss Karen? Sorry, I
You,
didn't hear you.
I said you're filled with goodness.
Thank you. Thank you. It's all when I sit with you, ideas come and I just share with you.
Ah,
So
good. Thank
It's
you.
positive thing. Yeah, I just keep wondering about how we can, make the future better. How can we introduce equity in our schools? We have to work on it. There's a lot of thing going around to bring everyone on one scale. It's not an easy task because these even the slow learners deserve to be in a nice school environment, and the school should provide them the deserving resources, because slow doesn't mean they have no right to study. Everyone has some, I think, drawback in them, because we are not perfect, we are not angels, so we all have weakness, we all have strengths. So I believe we should utilize our strengths with each other. If something is weak in an area, another student can share that, his strength with
Right.
that. So this is very important, that from early childhood education, this should be implemented. The seeds of positivity, helping each other, respect, love should be given to the students, so when they grow up they bloom with love rather than having it, because this is the time when they're penetrating everything from the environment.
Right.
This one will really help them to understand the value of life, the value of family in their way. But yes, because with every level we can work according to the level, because we can't use high words with frequency words with little ones. Yes, but make it simpler. If there's someone perform that and ask them little things, I believe that will be very nice. Simple thing. If a student does not bring lunch, what will you all do? You all will share lunch with him.
Mm.
Obviously, it's a good thing. They just asking, somehow putting goodness in them, I believe, and
Nice.
asking about it, so that they
Yeah.
think about positivity rather than talking about negative more.
Right.
It's
Yes.
very important. Nowadays, people don't speak much about even the social. Like I feel so upset when I look at social media, negative posts, criticism on making fun of each other. If I believe if you can't say good, then don't say bad. Also, we have no right.
Mm.
Celebrities, even on celebrities, people say things that's no right. No, that's not right at all. That's not right. I
Right.
believe
I
everyone
agree.
deserves the respect. Everyone deserves the respect.
Yes. Yes.
So, and it's easy to criticize, it's hard to support each other, I believe.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Well,
And
it's more of a habit, it's a
yes,
stronger habit in this world at
because
this
the
time.
true, and because these people are promoting this on social media, is more like giving, yes, it's giving positive messages as well, I'm not saying that, but
Yeah.
more is into negativity, more into
Uh-huh.
distraction, which we can witness. If you open Facebook or any other Instagram or anywhere, more is private life is there. People like, what will people do with your private lives? But more is private life into it, and these things, rather than delivering a good message. I don't know where we are leading now, where our mindset is leading. I don't know, but I believe people get a vision that they need something positive in their lives. They need to be happy. They need to have a nice vision. They need to be good with each other. They need to
Yeah.
support each other.
Yeah. That
That is
is
very
good.
important.
Very
Yes, that's good.
important. Yeah.
Even in communities, areas, small towns, wherever it is, people
Right.
should talk to each other, give respect. You can disagree with people's views, but you cannot disrespect their personality. That's wrong. That's If you agree with the view that, sorry, I don't agree with you. We need to teach our kids all this.
Right. Yeah. So they know how to do it too.
Exactly. And I think
Yeah.
this one, it's a very good idea to, to present your views to someone, that, okay, we have listened to your view. Now now it's my turn. Please, you also listen to me if you find this idea better. In a way, this, and then somehow we all will agree to one thing. So one rule is very important in a way to bring harmony in society, in families, in institutes,
Well, I
everywhere.
have I have a vision that the work that's going to be happening now is you're going to start seeing more and more of this
Very nice.
because that's my intention. It's
Very
going
nice.
to you're going to start seeing more and more and more and more and more and more.
Yes,
Yes.
it's very nice. Because
Good.
good deeds, you always get rewards from God, no matter what. Where one should never give, we should keep delivering, we should do our part being a human. If we also fight like animals and care like there's no difference between us and them. We have to be human, we have to show respect, we have to show love to each other, we need to
Yes.
support each other.
Yes.
And in return, do not expect anything, I believe, because the expectations is something which actually depresses a person, because no one can fulfill anyone's expectation. No one, I believe. So
Right.
better not to keep the expectations. Instead of that, just have good, wishes, well wishes for each other. Okay, it's okay. Do whatever you can. I will be very pleased to if you be a part of it. Okay, do these things.
Yeah.
It decreases enmity, also jealousy and all. We have to support each other. We have to bring the world together. We are so
Yes.
connected. In one part, I am living in one continent, I am living, you're living in another continent. We are connected because
That's right.
of the mindset.
Yes.
Because of the mindset, because of the vision, because of the thinking we have. So why not we all can around the world?
Yeah.
Come forward.
That's right. We can.
I hope so. One day
Yeah.
everyone will be speaking about good vision, together
Yeah.
because the more positive energy together, the more the negativity will decrease.
Yeah. It'll just fade away.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm really, I took a time, 2 minutes up, sorry. I hope
That's
you will have a
okay.
very, very good time. I hope you will have a nice day and
Thank
lots of love and
you.
blessings to you, Miss Karen. Have a
And
nice
to
day.
you, Batool. Thank you for
Thank
coming on. It's so
No,
good.
no, it's pleasure.
It
It's
was
my honor.
perfect.
Pleasure.
Perfect timing.
It's an honor to talk to you. I learn a lot. I'm always thankful and
Me
blessed to have a
too.
friend like
Me
you.
too.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay. Take
Okay.
care.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.